me know if I can stay in my sunny home. Stay the day together one last time with you. Driving on a one-way, see you stepping on a white line. Now I become a bystander, I see you waving at the stop sign. Sometimes you have a look in your eye that's so serpentine. No way, you're okay, I'll stay for now. Obsessing over Mac Miller, binging Gilmore Girls, Kardashians. It's giving me a bad feeling, I don't wanna see you giving up your passions. Yeah, I believe in you in a real patient fashion. No way, you're okay, I'll stay for now. One day, someday, we'll find out how. Where can I find you, my lonely one? You have become two sisters in crime. In the heat of madness, uncanny time. Don't break, don't break, don't break my love. To see my only friend breaking down on the floor to die, I had to call your dad, get you mad, it's the second time. Remember that night? Which one are you now? Oh, oh, oh. Which girl are you now? Oh, oh, oh. She wants to break out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your pain, your pain, your pain is strong. Your smile, your smile, your smile is gone. Where can I find you, my lonely one? You have become two sisters in crime. In the year of madness, uncanny time. Don't break, don't break, don't break my love. In the year of madness, uncanny time. Don't break, don't break, don't break my to all the damage you've done. I don't want to be your friend, your magician or loved one. Don't know if I should, but if I could, I would kick you right out of the car, kick you right out of the country. And if you got hate in your heart, forget me, forget me, forget me right now. As you leave, as you leave, as you leave our town. Forget me, forget me, forget me right now. Can it be, can it be, can it be so bad? I remember you here eating out of my hand. You can be, you can be, you can be sad. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me. To this day I'm having dreams of reuniting with you. It's the most annoying thing, I know I'm not supposed to. Don't know if I should, but if I could, I would throw you right out of my thoughts, kick you right out of the country. And if you got hate in your heart, forget me, forget me, forget me right now. As you leave, as you leave, as you leave our town. Forget me, forget me, forget me right now. Can it be, can it be, can it be so bad? I remember you here eating out of my hand. You can be, you can be, you can be sad. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, enemy, you're a part of me.
Hello! Happy Thursday. Welcome to Creative Chaos. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Christy from Flip City Magazine. What is Creative Chaos, you may ask? I don't know how many people are asking that because it's probably regular viewers. But Creative Chaos is a show dedicated to shining a spotlight on what I call fascinating people creating fantastic things outside the mainstream. And I've got a great guest for you tonight, but give it up for our house band. I if anybody didn't like that, like, I don't know what's wrong with you. I used to be like a huge indie kid. Like, I loved indie music, and I'm rediscovering that I still kind of love it. That was Father of Peace, and they kind of rock. And I've been looking to see if they're touring anywhere in the United States or near California, because I think I will go buy some tickets to go see them. Those young kids really taking advantage of the fact that we have a mobile studio in our phones and producing some pretty cool music videos. I'm kind of surprised more indies don't get that kind of creative itch to produce really great music videos. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. It's Father of Peace. Their link is in the description of the video, and I dropped it in chat a couple of times, and they got me amped tonight. I think also today was a wonderful weather day, and I went outside. Everybody, can you believe it? I went outside. I took a break. I went outside. Weather was beautiful, and the people in town were in freaking awesome moods. Like, I don't often talk to strangers on the street, but like everybody was talking to each other today. It like felt like spring absolutely has sprung. I've got blossoms on my tree outside that is not very well pruned. I should have done that, but we're going to let it go through its season and see if it gives me any fruit. Probably not because I'm a terrible tree owner. And let's check in with the chat. Of course, first in, as almost always, we have our awesome mod that never asked to be a mod, but I did it anyway. Vulcan Lives. And I saw Levi Skeen. I'm having trouble scrolling here. Give me a sec. All right. Levi Skeen. Oh, Woody checking in, asking what is creative chaos. Thank you for that. I think you know, though. I'm pretty sure I've seen you here before. And then let me just check my pilled real quick, see if anybody popped in over there yet. No, bummer. Because we love pilled. I'm gonna wave hello with my Mad Magazine sticker over there anyway. For when anybody decides to show up. I see 4 live viewers, but I'm sure one is Cosmic Grandpa and one is me. And look at my wonderful producer in chat saying what's up to Woody as well. Thanks, guys. We don't have Batman yet tonight, so he'll be joining us a little bit later. Batman, unlike me, actually has a life, so we'll see him later. And we also have the great guest tonight, Omer Glitch, saying hail to all. All right. So we've got the chat covered. I see we've got 29 people viewing right now. We're going out to what 500 different platforms. So that's an okay number. It's an okay number. I'm not going to be sad about that. If you have the option, give that like I agree with this thing, like a thumbs up or a fire or whatever on your streaming platform of choice. Share it if you're really, really enjoying what we're doing here on Creative Chaos, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love that that went right with the little. It's not a slide whistle. Oh, what are those things called? Anyway, I don't have any the woo whistle. The woo whistle. All right. Why do we do creative chaos? Well, besides shining a spotlight on fascinating people, we also do it because of Flip City Magazine. That would include me. I guess I'm also a fascinating person. And we've got a live campaign right now. So, cause I've got that ready if we can bring it up. And we recently funded, hooray for Flip City, with only 28 backers. We did blow out of the water that $2,000 goal and have made it to 119% of funding. And we've got 11 days left. We are looking to get to $3,000. This is for our 24th volume. And Mike Barron calls it much funnier than Mad and Cracked. That is some high praise. And we know the man, the legend, Mike Barron, does not lie. We've got an awesome Taylor Swift kind of coven style cover there for you. Of course, Joey B. Tunes in the Concerned Citizens Corner, our premiere edition, our first edition premiering made by Jim Bob with a centerfold pull-out poster that is worth the price of admission alone. And you may ask, Christy, what is the price of admission? $13 for a print, a 60 page full color gloss print magazine in the indie scene and free shipping within the United States. Go back it if you're not already subscribed to Flip City. And or if you haven't already backed it, back it again if you've already backed it. And of course, we've always got our world's most based crossword. We've got a delightfully disgusting spread, which actually, you guys are getting a little spoilers later tonight about this delightfully disgusting spread. As always, we have a grab bag of gags scattered and peppered throughout the entire magazine. We've got a more laughs page, which is where we put our recurring cartoon strips and one offs. And go check out our world's most base contributors. These guys are freaking awesome. In fact, we have one of these best world's most based contributors often popping into our chat, the great Ben Sullivan. We may even see him tonight. We'll see. And I did my very first stretch goal, everybody. If we make it to $3,000, guess what? Any physical backer is going to get volume 3 for free. So if you back at $13, you're going to get 2 magazines for $13 and free shipping. Like, hello, Flip City, do you like making money? Yes, we do. Are you going to make money? I'm not sure. We're going to see. Anyway, thank you to everybody that has backed us on the Flip City Volume 24 campaign so far. And I hope we can pick up more backers because it really is worth your time, attention, and hard earned dollars. And we are not going to make a big dent because $13 physical copy. And what is up to John's long box? I want to give a special shout out to him because he backed at the collector's tier, which had that tier has made it so we have made it to goal. Thank you, John, and thank you so much for your unboxing, our very first major unboxing of Flip Cities. It was really fun to watch. So, hello. Thanks for coming in. Dude, Carrie's here. What's up, Carrie? I'm glad to see you here. I've never really bugged you when I've seen you in chat and stuff like that. Like, get over here to Creative Chaos. I thought you'd eventually make it. And correct me if I'm wrong, if you've been here before, and I will apologize. All right. Well, that does it for my pitch tonight. And I don't see that Batman is here yet. So we're going to bring in our guest. And give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. So that's not in the way. All right. So our guest tonight, he's somebody that I've hung out with on live streams, and that's basically how I know him. He's also a collaborator on that delightfully disgusting spread that we're going to give spoilers on later tonight in the branded section of Creative Chaos. We'll get to that. So, I'm going to give a little insider baseball here before I introduce him fully. What I like to do with Creative Chaos is not ask anybody really for links. I kind of like troll their social media and I pick and choose and I learn about them that way. Omer is his social media is kind of hard to follow. He's really great at like retweeting other people and he's got a cool YouTube channel, but it was hard for me to like find any kind of like promotional video that he put together. So I made one for him. So what I did, you guys, and you can thank Levi Skeen for this one. Levi told me about told me about his Instagram and how he did a $22 22-day push-up challenge, which was really cool. And he did it. And the man can do push-ups. And I thought that was cool. And then I was looking over on his YouTube and I find another video that I'm like, oh, if I do a mashup, this is going to be really mean. And I do mean it in all love and respect for Omer for number one, being a really great artist, and number two, doing a 22-day push-up challenge, and he kind of killed it. So I did the mashup. I think it's funny. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you find it too mean, Omer can tell me when he comes on live if he finds it too mean. I'm over explaining, but I don't want anybody to feel offended on Omer's behalf because it turned out kind of mean. So, cause we're gonna meet Omer on the other side and play up my mashup video of his stuff.
Day two. Getting down 22. 22 cruise challenge. At 22 for the day.
Yay! Hi, Omer.
Hello. That was pretty badass. I don't
You
see
liked
anything
it?
wrong with that. I liked it. It was good.
Okay.
I might clip it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I will be more than happy to send that over to you. And
Oh, sure.
okay, can I be feminine insecure with you for one moment? So I gave a
Absolutely. Go
preview of
ahead.
it on a stream yesterday with a bunch of mutual friends, and nobody laughed.
Mm.
And I'm like, and then like I'm trying to fall asleep last night, and I had so much guilt. I'm like, Chris, so I over explained tonight. But thank you, Vulcan, for saying I'm cold blooded and you still love me, or that's why you love me. Anyway,
I thought it
I'm
was good.
lifted.
You know
Okay.
that was like 15 years ago, and damn, I look good. Jeez, I was like,
You
wow.
did. Oh, your mohawk too. That was the one comment I got because I noticed your mohawk and I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And somebody said, "Oh, wow, Omer had a mohawk."
yeah,
That was 15
yeah.
years ago.
I
Huh?
I guess yeah. I think that was about 15 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago. No, yeah, I think I was like in my no, it was 7 to 10 years ago, somewhere
Okay.
in there.
Could
The
you do that?
memory's going right.
Do you think you could do that now if you were challenged to 22 days of push-ups?
Uh, no, I could probably do like 10, and I'd have to build up to the 22. So, but it was for a good
Ah,
cause. It was like suicide prevention and stuff.
oh,
What's up,
yeah.
Peter? Hi, Carrie. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Look,
Levi.
and we
Good stuff.
thank you, Levi. Okay, because
I
that
hate
was the
I,
other
I hate you,
thing.
Levi.
That was okay. So, Omar, it seems to me like the best way for people to find you, and this is what I kind of said in the description of the video, is over on YouTube. Like you're looking to build your YouTube
Yes,
and you're doing live drawing and stuff like that.
absolutely. Yeah. So I used to have a huge Facebook kind of page, but it was a personal page. So, but it got hacked, and I was able to kind of move that one off, and I made a new YouTube Facebook page. But I don't really like Facebook because there's too much family stuff that they post, and they keep pushing all my stuff down the feed. So I kind of just leave that for family now, and I stick to YouTube. And when all that was happening, I had a pretty good following on Instagram because I've got almost 2,000 followers on Insta. But I kind of let that one slide because I really want to focus on YouTube. So,
Yeah, and that is something that I discovered after. I mean, we've had Flip City's had a YouTube for a while, but I've only been streaming for a little over a year, and it seems like almost everybody streams now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of fun. It was addicting. The first like 2 or 3 months that I started streaming, I was everywhere. I was hanging out with Levi like 3 times a week for like a month and a half, 2 months, and I kind of hit a little bit of a burnout and kind of had to pull back a little bit and focus on my show primarily, and then kind of figure out where I'm going to go little by little per week instead of doing it, 5 days a week on all these people's shows, which was fun, but I was getting a little burned out, to be honest. Which happened kind of quick because it was only like a month and a half, maybe 3 months max. I've only been streaming, I think, a total of 3-4 months, live streaming, anyways.
Okay, but I'm assuming you've been previous to that, like visiting other people's streams. Like, well, before we get into, well, we've been talking about streams, but I see that a lot of what you choose to do on streaming is live drawing. Is that correct?
100%. Yeah. That's all I really want to do. Yeah.
And then here's the other thing, because when I invited you to come on, it really was for me to just be able to have a conversation with you because I've only been in group settings with you and all that kind of good
Right.
stuff. And normally I bring on people that have something to promote. And I know something about a glitch character. Like, what is going on?
Oh, okay. So this is my mini comic glitch. You see that there?
Okay.
And so this is glitch right here. Oh, here's a better shot. There you go. That's glitch right there. So he's basically like kind of a mix of Snake Eyes, and Deadpool. Um, but it's kind of a little autobiographical. The origin and the name, and hence Omer Glitch. That's why I'm called Omer Glitch, because it's my real name plus the character Glitch. But name's Omer Garcia. There's nothing to hide. Whatever, I don't care. Um, and so I'm working on this comic. I have like 60 something pages of this comic book. Let me see. Yeah, all the here. And at some point, I'm going to put it together and put it out. I was getting really, really close to having it out. But then I went through a divorce, and that put a halt on everything. It put a halt on posting
Mm,
pre-recorded videos that I was doing before on YouTube. And so it's just kind of, and then I kind of got back into it. I'm trying to get the book out at some point, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good story. It's a little autobiographical because I do include um, my lack of illiteracy when I was a kid. Um, yeah, I was dumb.
What's funny is you misspoke and said lack of illiteracy.
My yeah, right, right.
I forgot that
There you
was
go.
part of the
Yeah.
story, but that actually is a great story if you want to talk on that a little bit.
Sure. So the glitch character, when he gets hit by this sentient magical, it's not magical. It's a sentient orb that comes from the center of the universe, and it comes from a thing that I'm calling the God Star. Which we base it on science and actual science. We don't know that there's any star at the center of the universe. Maybe a big black hole, a humongous one, but we don't know, right? So I'm calling it the God Star because that's where I imagine the presence of God being, right?
Okay.
Because he's at the center of the universe, created everything, whatever. But he shoots out these 7 orbs of light, and one of them hits Glitch in the chest. And he, a little bit of the backstory: the Glitch character, his name is Remo Nava, which is kind of my first name backwards, and then a made up last name. And then, but he's an art teacher, and that's what I used to be an art teacher, right? And that's how I see myself, as a art teacher slash artist, whatever. So that's a little bit of the story of the character himself. Is kind of a little bit autobiographical. But when the guy gets hit in the chest, he becomes a superhero Glitch or whatever. He's originally uh, ta taken by a secret organization, and we don't know exactly if it's the government or whatever, but some kind of secret government organization. They sweep him up, and they brainwash him to become an assassin, ultimate killer kind of guy, right? And as he slowly starts remembering who he was as a person, he remembers his first childhood trauma, I guess. And that was when kids would bully him and pick on him because he didn't know how to read, and they would call him Glitch Boy, Glitchy Boy. You're just a big glitch. You don't know how to read, Glitch. So that's where he gets the name Glitch from, because he associates it with a negative trauma, but he takes that and he takes it and wants to make it empowering and something good. And that's how he comes up with his code name for his superhero glitch.
Okay, fantastic. And I see that we've got Carrie going off in the chat, and all the guys telling her to stop being such a perv, that Glitch has a huge bulge. Is there a reason for that?
Well, it's because he's got three arms. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's got no. He just that's just the way I draw him. You know, you draw what you know. What can
Yeah,
I say?
see, and right here. And I agree with Carrie. You see, I think me and Carrie are more like connected than we know, living on opposite sides of the pond, and her being very posh and me being, an
Yeah,
American. She says, "Listen, gents, you notice boobs? I notice trouser bulges. Sheesh."
that, that makes sense. It should work that way, shouldn't it? I think it does.
I think so.
That's
In a
lush, Carrie.
functioning
That's lush.
in a functioning society, we need to recognize each other's bulges.
Right. Well, women look at bulges and bums, and guys look at bums and boobs.
That's a lot of bees. I love
Yeah. Yeah.
alliteration, by the way.
Yes, me too. I love wordplay. It's funny, like innuendos and triple, double meaning words that uh, can make people laugh. I love all that stuff. It's funny. And then I love to play when you know like another language, like Spanish. That's even funnier. I don't get it all because I don't know. I'm not like super fluent in Spanish, but some of it is so funny. So
Okay, well, I was just going to ask if you speak Spanish fluently. Where in the world are you? You don't have to dox
I,
yourself, but I don't even
oh,
know your time zone.
I'm in deep South Texas, like 3 hours, 4 hours south of San Antonio. I'm like right on the border next to Mexico. I'm literally like 60 minutes away from SpaceX out in Brownsville. Um,
Ooh, so do you
yeah,
watch or see like a lot of SpaceX activity?
I've gone over to SpaceX twice, and I've seen the site. I want to go watch a launch, but I haven't gone just yet. Um, and there's no reason why I don't go. I just watch it live stream on YouTube, but I should go. I just need to plan for it, and I want to see like a really the. I guess I'm waiting for it to be a little more perfected because I want to see the double catch. I want to see them catch Starship and all that good stuff, and not necessarily blow up. And I want to see it all successful. You know, if that makes
Oh yeah,
sense.
of course. The very first time, because I'm in California, so we get SpaceX activity out here. Um, and the first
Right.
time there was, I don't even know what was happening, but I was at a decent restaurant for a Christmas party for the painting company that I worked for, and the our waiter ran in and was like, "Oh my god, there's something in the sky. I think we might be invaded by aliens right now," because it does that weird like light in the sky and it looks
Mm-hmm.
very
Yeah.
strange. And I had no clue. I had no clue what it was, but of course, looked on Twitter, and yeah, it was it's
Yeah.
something to behold.
Right. Yeah. Well, unfortunately I'm far enough away that I can't see anything. I think you have to be within like maybe 20 miles to actually see anything. But actually, one time I did. You could see the trail of smoke, but that was it. Like
All
you
right.
couldn't see the actual ship. Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject, what do you feel about Elon Musk? How do you feel about him? Do you want to wipe your butt on Cybertrucks, or do you just love him and think the man can do no wrong?
I don't want to wipe my butts on Cybertrucks, and I don't really believe in electric vehicles because they're still powered by coal. Because electric
I know.
power plants are mostly powered by coal and natural gas. So if you're one of those idiots that thinks you're powering your electric vehicle some other way, that's dumb. Unless you have your own like personal solar panel grid or something, it ain't doing jack squat. You know. Um,
Right.
yeah, and fossil fuels are around, and there's tons of it still. It'll be around for another 100 years or more. Buy yourself a damn gas car or a hybrid at the very minimum, because if crap goes down, the electric grid's going to be down, and electric cars are going to mean nothing unless you know how to attach them to solar panels. I mean, it's
or
yeah,
or
it's a cool
or
idea.
or will maybe like the first like perpetual motion thing, you put a windmill on top, you go fast enough, and it's just gonna keep spinning, and then you
Right.
just keep going faster. Who knows?
Yeah,
I
but by the time we get close to running out of fossil fuels or having to do with solar and electric whatever, we'll have figured out some new technology that bypasses all the energy resources needed. Um, it's gonna happen. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I now see
but
because I
go ahead.
know we're
Yeah.
I know we're getting too we're too early for conspiracy corner, but I personally believe, free energy has been like kept from us for a very, very long time, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I think it has to do with
To that.
magnets and uh, like frequency fields, probably something there, and they've already bought all the patents and they've hidden them away, and the government's had them since like the 40s and 50s, and yeah, there's stuff we don't know about, I'm sure. And I believe in Elon Musk. I think he's a cool guy. I don't, the electric cars things is cool, but yeah, I think he's on the right track to do good things. He's trying to.
Yeah. I like the whole Doge thing. I like what's going on with Doge right now. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
And on this note of what good stuff is saying about American muscle under the hood, I know because I let's see, your last name is Garcia and you look a little Hispanic.
Hmm.
Are you? I
Hmm.
have to confirm. Okay, good.
Yes.
Are Hispanics love their cars? Are you into that culture at all or know much about it?
Well, I'm not really big in. I like muscle cars, and I have a 2016 V8 Camaro SL1 Super Sport. Um, that was my dream car. I got it, bought it, it's paid off. I was a big Camaro fan. My father worked for like a Chevy company for most of his life, and we're a big Chevy family, but my brother and sister, they got into lowriders, and they got into like lowrider bikes and all that stuff,
Oh,
and we'd go to
really?
tons of car shows. Yeah, man, they were all into it. I was into skateboarding and BMXing, and my brother
Wow.
got into it a little bit, but yeah, then he started hanging out with my sister, and my sister was more into like rap music and being the cholo life, and
Interesting.
all the
So
different
so
stuff.
you're being influenced by like white culture while they're like, La Raza.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, my grandfather, which is something like kind of recently realized, is he based his entire kind of life on the Andy Griffith Show, and basically those shows of that time and that era, because he grew up kind of like the bastard child, and as soon as he went into the army, he kind of disassociated with his family because he was like the smallest kid in the group, and they would consider him the runt, and they would pick on him a lot. So he didn't like see his family for like 10 years till after he had already established himself, bought a house, was married, had kids, and he based his whole like life being married and stuff and having kids on the Andy Griffith Show. So every summer they would go on camping trips. They were super Americanized. They all spoke English. They learned Spanish from my grandmother, but we're Americanized like entirely. The
Yeah.
the only like Spanish stuff that we have is we know how to speak Spanish, and we have ties to Latin, Hispanic, LA culture, and Central Texas culture, not Mexico, because that gangster cholo thing, it's all Chicanoism that comes out of California
Yep.
and Central Texas. It's not Mexican at all. It's which is
That
funny,
is
right? So,
that is true. And thank you for correcting me. You're absolutely right. That is the American gangster,
cholo,
cholo, which is not
it's not even
I've never
gangster
I
anymore.
grew up with it. I grew up in Southern
Hmm.
California, so I know exactly what the
Yeah.
culture looks like. I don't know what the culture is cuz I was never part of it, but
Hmm.
I know what it looks like, and it's kind of it's I'm not into it.
So they're not even like Mexican. They're like Mexican American, but like the Mexicans don't even see that as their culture either. They're kind of like, you guys are Californian Americans, weirdos. So
That's
they, and then they're real prideful, right? And the way in San Antonio and Houston were very much like this too. But like, and but now it's like kind of more integrating because there's more of this, like with Bad Bunny and their introduction of like cumbias or something. The music, it's integrated more, so there is more of this cross cultural thing that's happening. But yeah, it's bizarre to me. I don't understand it.
interesting. So it's
Yeah,
basically like the border town Mexicans, if you're thinking of
yeah,
Texas and California kind of having that cholo culture. I haven't thought that deeply about it because I really don't care that much. But yes, the
right.
lower rider bike thing was hilarious. But I've got a question from Good Stuff that I think's a pretty good one. So he was a skater in the 80s. Who was your favorite skater?
My well, okay, there's two of them. Okay, so I it's Christian Hosoi and Natus. I can't remember his first name, Natus. And there was another guy, Jim Thibot. He was pretty badass. So those are the skaters I liked. But
Okay.
there's a bunch of other ones too. Yeah. And
Yeah, and
Natus was Satan backwards, right? So that was, I can't remember his first. That's what he went by, Natus.
I only know Tony Hawk. My
Oh yeah,
brother,
well,
because my
there's
brother
Tony
was a
Hawk.
skater, and that's probably the only reason I know Tony Hawk.
Power Peralta. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, way earlier on in the chat, Levi had said you need to do something with that glitch book, and I may have missed it, but did you happen to say what the plan is? Do you have an actual plan, or are you just happy chilling on live streams and doing a lot of fan art, which is pretty cool, and I'm assuming some commissions?
I've got one commission for Levi that I need to get cranked out. Yes, there is a plan for the glitch book. I'm slowly painting the pages, and I've recently kind of found all the files because I have all the stuff scanned black and white, and I've got, like I said, 60, 70 pages of the art already. And I just need to fill in a few little holes of like 3 pages here, 10 pages here, because I need to connect what I've got. Because I would just jump all over the place and hope that eventually it would all come together. And it's kind of already there. For sure, I've got the first like 32 to 48 pages coalesced together that I could probably put out a book with, and the other 30 to 40 pages. It needs, like I said, 2 pages here, 3 pages here, just to kind of tether everything together. But yeah,
Well,
I've got a
that's
bunch of art.
interesting. That's interesting that
Yeah.
it's like if you really wanted to, you could, put a campaign together and launch for, the introduction of Glitch or whatever your first pages are. And I got to tell you, Omer, because I'm sure you know this about yourself, but I will tell you from an outsider's perspective, you seem quite loved in the community. So it sounds like you'd be able to run a decent campaign if you launched it tomorrow.
Right. Right. What is it? I am good enough. I am strong enough, and people really, really like me. Right.
Yes.
So that's what I do every day. I look in the mirror and I go, "You are handsome enough. You are good enough, and gosh dang it, Levi really likes you."
At least Levi does. Even
Right.
though you are a savage with him on good days.
Right. Well, yeah. I've felt bad about it. I'm sorry, Levi. So I just want to apologize. So that one show we did together, that was pretty savage, and I said, damn, Levi, I'm so sorry, buddy.
It just kind of felt the vibe because I think that's the first time I ever hung out with you. So that is what has stuck in my brain. Because
Yeah.
here's what I remember. Levi was cracking up and I was dying and it was so mean, but it
Yeah.
was like that's the thing. I recently, gosh, a few weeks ago, I talked to Dave Brink, and he is not American, and he doesn't understand
Right.
the ball
Mhm.
busting. But
Right.
when you're just kind of in that right zone where the ball busting is just it is done out of love and you just feel
Right.
that it's done out of love. That's what I felt and why I felt comfortable laughing and calling you a
Mm,
savage. And
yeah.
that to me will probably always define you, you know, your
Yeah.
ball busting of
Yeah.
Levi.
Well, it has to have some tact, right? You have to know how to do it because there's some people that go too far and maybe went just a little bit too far on that one. Um, but Levi was laughing, right? So that makes it less. You don't want to go like into the bullying troll level, right? Because those people are just kind of jerks, and
Yeah.
I hope you don't see it that way, Levi.
It
So
really is an
I
art.
appreciate you, buddy. Yeah.
It is an art and I think basically if you have a good sense of humor, you know how to do it
Yeah.
correctly, you know?
Right. Right.
Um,
Right. Absolutely.
anyway, so you heard the man.
Right.
Glitch at some point will maybe have a crowdfunding thing. I don't know.
Hoping this summer. I'm shooting for this summer. I thought maybe in May, but I might I might what I might do is put the campaign together this summer and then kind of launch maybe next January because just to kind of see where the economy's at because tax return season or something like that or back to school when people get money, I guess again. I don't know.
Okay.
Think about kind of that makes
Oh,
sense.
why have I been an idiot all these years? March is one of our best months. Mm, and
Hmm.
I haven't thought
Yeah.
that it was tax season. I'm like,
Yeah.
why March?
Yeah. When
Everybody's
you get the
getting their
money back.
refund
Yeah.
trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, now I know. And I guess that's why our campaign funded over on Fund My Comic. Anybody interested in does who has not checked out our campaign, go to fundmycomic.com/flipcity24. Sorry, quick plug had to do it. It's my
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I do a show on Wednesdays called the Hump Day Show, and I try to promote everybody on that. Who if you come on the show or you're in the chat, we drop your links. Our mod Haldier, he's awesome at it, and I even drop links too and try to bring up everybody's stuff. I know when you launched, I brought it up then that following Wednesday, so I tried to push your campaign as well.
All right. Fantastic. Listen, speaking of bullying, I'm being bullied by my mod. He's basically calling out my ADD live. Thanks, Vulcan. I love you too. Anyway, I thought we were on track. Hold on. We've talked about so much stuff. We talked about Chicanos. Say it in the most Chicano way you can say it.
Chicano,
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
Chicano,
Chicano. Anyway.
yeah.
Um all right. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Tell me about your commission work because I know you've done some work for Rex. I'm assuming the man paid you or plans to pay you.
Uh, yeah, yeah. He's I've done work for Rex. I've helped him with his campaign. Um, um, we worked out a deal on the back end when he gets his product name and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
and he's gonna do a cover for me, for Glitch. So that's kind of what we've worked out. But, um, yeah, it's fun. Seeing how the back end of Fund My Comic is really easy. I can't imagine Indiegogo or Kickstarter being any harder. If you know how to kind of set up a spreadsheet on Excel, Microsoft Word, you can put a campaign together. It's not that hard. Um, Typing skills help. Rex doesn't have any typing skills. He's one of those peckers. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and his keyboard's like 10 feet away from him, so it's like hold down the shift key, then click.
Wow, 10
I'm
feet.
like, hit the
Like,
delete button.
that's so crazy because, like, I try to figure out because my desk isn't the best desk in the world. And I try to figure
Mm,
out how to get my mic and keyboard as close as I can to me
yeah,
when I'm
I think
live.
so. He's got, I guess I don't really know what his computer looks like, but I'm assuming it's about like 3 or 4 feet away from him, and he sits at the end of the desk, and the keyboard is shoved all the way against the computer, and I don't know why he doesn't pull it closer to him, but he just has the mouse over here, and that's all he uses, the mouse. I don't know, but he's a funny
Okay.
guy. I like Rex. Yeah, he's a very cool gentleman. Yeah.
Rex was a
He's one of the
wonderful
first guys
guest
who.
last week. He is a talker, and I do
Yeah.
appreciate talkers on this show because I basically am a lazy person. So, like, if I can only ask 2 questions and be done with it, and then get back to Flip City, the most important thing and why we do
Yeah.
this show. Just kidding. It really is, shining the spotlight on fascinating people creating fantastic things outside the mainstream, not about Flip City. Really? Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, I think this is why Vulcan says that I'm like being ADD and not staying on track. It's because we haven't done fanboy questions. Thank you so much, Omer. And that this is a reason I actually told Cause like we didn't have to prep too much on the digital side, is
Uh huh.
because you're a physical media guy. And I love that
Yeah.
you do a lot of stuff in um in your books. This is what I'd love if you want to do it. It's totally up to you. No, 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 no. I want to do this. The
Okay.
book that you just brought up with the ditty, which will be
Uh
published
huh.
in Flip City
Oh.
25, that's coming up. You
Uh-huh.
you really kind of gave a major spoiler. Not a problem. I'd
Oh,
love to see
sorry.
what is on each side of that ditty, no matter what it be.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like a
Sure. I can come
game.
up with something. Yeah. Sure.
Let's
Oh my
let's
god.
flip those pages.
Oh, you want to see what's on the actual page, like
Oh
what's
yeah, of
next to
course.
it?
On either
I thought you were like,
either
come
side.
up with an idea for something on this side
No,
and
I'm
something
not
for this side
bossing
of.
you. I just want to see what's in your
So,
book.
so this is a glitch here.
Cool.
It's like a chibi glitch. Where's glitch? And then
After he learns to
this
read.
here's another glitch, but I'm gonna color him with the Where's Waldo shirt. So there's a little bit of lore. So I'm on another show called The Studio with Don Draws and Marcus and James Dean and Duck Bacon, and one day I didn't show up because I had stuff I had to do, and I didn't call them or I didn't mention, hey guys, it's something that came up, it's like hey, I need some help changing this tire, kind of thing, and I didn't show up, and so they were looking for me. There was, oh my god, when's the last time you posted on YouTube? And so this is a Where's Omer glitch, right? That's
Okay.
what that's referencing, because
That's
like
cute.
look, we're all like 40, 50-year-old guys, and one guy doesn't show up, and it's like, where is he? Oh my god, let's a wellness check. Well, I think this is his phone number. They don't have my phone number. They don't, they have my
Oh, but
address. And
that's
I was
actually really sweet. It is.
yeah, yeah, it is. And so from here on out, if I'm gonna be out, I message them as quick as possible, right?
Oh
Um,
my god.
but but
That's
but it was
exactly
it
what
was
we
like,
did to you though for Creative Chaos. But go on, go on. We'll
yes,
we'll,
yes,
we'll
it's
tell.
exactly what you did, Christy. But I don't want to give you too much hell about it because it's funny because we're all grown adults, and if we don't show up, oh my god, the world's gonna end.
Well,
But
no, no, with
look,
me though, this is a dedicated show to you. So I really do
right,
need to know if my
yes,
guest is going to show
yes,
up.
right,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
right, yes. No,
Yeah,
you're good.
I didn't say we're flipping through your whole book.
Okay,
I love you.
I'm gonna
I
change
love
cameras
you.
now.
No, no, no changing cameras because all right, I did want to get to this because I need to pay special attention and I'm sad that I didn't star this. Okay. We so Vulcan Life says we haven't even done fanboy questions yet, LOL. And I think that's why he's saying like I'm off track. Vulcan. That is Bruce Q Wayne's segment and he's still not here. But I think this is what we're going to do.
Put out an
Omer.
APB for Bruce Q Wayne. Where
No,
is he? Let's
no.
call him up.
That may be the way to do it. Dude, we're going to talk
Uh,
backstage about it cuz about that cuz that cracks me. Cracks me up.
it's,
Because I did do that. I admit, I did that on another live
it's
stream.
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
like, it's been 24 hours. He hasn't confirmed.
So I look, it makes me feel really good that people care, and that's awesome, like and I didn't realize that the friends you make on YouTube and live streaming, like, it matters, like, people care, and that's cool, like, I like that too. And so I'm more considerate now of that kind of stuff. But be honest, I try to stay off social media as much as possible because I hate it.
Me too.
Like other
Okay,
than YouTube,
interesting. I think we might be very similar in that regard. Now,
yeah,
now with me, I call it social media anxiety. Like I cannot like okay, so here's my social media anxiety. I don't want to experience the whole dopamine thing, but there is no escape from it, right? So when you get a lot of attention,
absolutely, you are correct.
you're like, "Yeah, this is cool." And then when you don't, you go, "Oh, bummer, that
Yeah,
sucks." And that gives the whole entire thing gives me anxiety because I want to, you know, resist and refuse my dopamine and my humanness, and it just doesn't work, you know? Is it like that?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. What I don't like is I just there's so much crap in my feeds. Like I don't want to look at all
Mhm.
this stuff, and I don't care where you're on vacation. I don't care what you ate. I don't care about your damn dog. I don't care about your kids. Like they're your kids. That's cool. Like I don't wish anything bad about anybody, but like I just want to post my art and hope people like it. You know, that's my main thing. Like when I go on social media, if there's like some hot movie star chick, oh, okay, cool, whatever. There's a new movie coming out, okay, cool, whatever. Oh, look, my buddy made some cool art. He's working on combo. Cool, right? That's the stuff I like. Oh, look at this awesome car. Look at some chick, whatever. But otherwise, I'll get sucked into all that nonsense, and this is like, oh, I just wasted an hour and a half looking at these movies, cars, guns, chicks, movies, cars, guns, chicks. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that was really funny. Is that a part of? Oh no, it's TikTok. I spent 5 hours scrolling through the TikTok, and what? I hate you,
See,
China.
okay, okay, so I avoided the doom scroll for years. Like I've been on Instagram for a while and I just never did the reels
Mhm.
thing until about 6 months ago. And one night, I think I started scrolling at like 10, and next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. And my husband had been coming in, like making fun of me because that's the thing. Like
Uh-huh.
he fantastic mocker and ridiculer, even of me, and I laugh because he's good at it, right? And
Yeah.
but I'm so involved with this. Like I had so much
Hmm.
guilt when I finally put my phone down. I don't think I've doom scrolled that much, but I'm super happy right now because something happened on Instagram where I forgot what I like. So I scroll for a little bit and I'm like, this is boring. And I'm done. But when they hit that algorithm right, oh Lord.
It's over, right? Like you get puppies and ducks and like hearts and like midgets. It's like what is happening? This is awesome. You keep going.
And
Hey,
I
Apex.
I will I'm going to out myself if I'm in the mood and I'm a woman, and so this fits. Um, if
Oh,
if I'm in the mood for this astrology shit,
oh,
I'm like,
astrology.
oh,
Oh,
that's interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
you know exactly. I'm like,
The blood
oh,
moon. I'm gonna be up all night.
which by the way, for anybody that didn't know, we are in Mercury retrograde, so that might be another
Did
reason Vulcan lives that I'm just all over the place tonight.
well? Didn't we just have like 5 planets align or something like 2 weeks ago or a week ago?
Well,
Like the Earth, the Moon, Venus, Mars, and Saturn like aligned or some crap.
wow. That
Yeah, there was.
that's why that day
Yeah,
was
there,
like that.
yeah, probably. It was like,
Whatever
yeah,
happened
the
on that
witches
day.
are out. The witches.
Anyway,
Oh, there's werewolves.
I've been trying to get to our very first segment that normally happens at the very beginning of the show, and
I'm
I'm going to do
sorry.
it for memory, and I'm going to do it very shittily. We are going to
Shittily.
do fan
I love
fan.
that.
I like making up words. Um,
Yes.
we're going to do fanboy for us, and I'm going to try to remember Bruce's questions. But if I don't hit them all, yell at me in the chat and tell me what I missed. All right, we're gonna get into fanboys for us with Christy. All right, so this is a way that my wonderful sidekick, the Batman, how cool is that? My sidekick is the who didn't see my bat signal tonight. I don't know. He sent me a bat signal earlier saying he is busy having a life. Um, and this is his favorite way to get to know our guests. So we're going to do fanboy for us. And these are rapid fire questions, top of head, first answer type of thing. So it's like one of those, like, it's pseudo psychology. All right.
Hmm.
And ask a question, just
Okay.
say the first thing that comes to mind. Your favorite movie.
Favorite movie? Fight Club. Oh,
Oh
look,
my
somebody's
God.
here.
On that note, Bruce, did you hear her? I was trying to stumble through fanboys. You're muted, brother. This is this is Bruce all the
Did
time.
you
Can you
say
hear me
trying
now?
to get through fanboys?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
I can't hear
Hello?
you.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh.
Just hear me out.
Oh
Pictionary.
I'm going to
no.
my office.
Okay.
Omar, come on. That's not funny. That's not
What did
nice,
he
No,
do? I
no,
Omar.
didn't see.
no, it's not funny.
All
Not
right.
funny.
I'm
Okay.
going to the
Someone's
office.
gonna
I'll
clip
call you
that
from the
shit.
office.
1 minute.
Now, if I can figure out how the
Shit.
fuck to get out of here.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, you guys. This is what I'm gonna do. What while he gets out of here. That was Batman, by the way. That was weird because I think I sent out the bat signal and you saw it. But it's
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep stumbling through it and then he can fill us in. Hey, I just wanted to say Apex says, yo, Bruce Q Wayne Vulcan saying Bruce. Everybody loves Bruce. Everybody loves Bruce. You're starting chat, you're hurting my feelings. Just kidding. I don't care.
Sergio Argones. Sergio
Huh?
Argones. Bruce is also known as Sergio Argones, the creator of Guru.
Okay, I believe that was recently said to me. Now, see, here's the thing, Omer.
Probably by Rex. Rex.
Yes, that's what it was. It was exactly that. Okay. Why did he warn you about Bruce? Did he already
No,
say?
no, no, no. So he and I have both seen your co-hosts separately, and we both, I guess, it came up once, and we're like, yes, he looks like the creator of Guru, and we both said the same thing. So we both thought
Okay. Yeah, and
independently.
Vulcan confirms our suspicions here. It was
Right.
Rex last week. All right. Anyway, you've had a long time now because I think I said the first one. Your favorite
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah, I said Fight Club.
Oh, Fight Club.
Yeah,
All right.
it should
I,
be Star Wars though, but
why should it be Star Wars?
well, because well, my favorite movie of all time is Empire Strikes Back. But if I have to say immediately, Fight Club comes to mind. I really like Fight Club too. So I don't know.
All right. Acceptable. We're going to go to the next one, which is your favorite character in anything comic books, movies, blah, blah, blah.
Anything. Darth Vader, Boba Fett. Let's go with Boba Fett. I like Boba Fett a lot
All right. All
when he
right.
was cool,
Same.
not now.
Because Boba Fett is a traitor.
Oh, he's a mercenary, right? He's a hired gun. I
Okay.
think that's what I like most about him. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Bruce would have a lot more to say about that. But okay. Oh, your favorite food.
Favorite food, pizza. Pizza.
Number one answer. Number one answer is
Yeah.
pizza. And that's an easy one to go for.
Right. Yeah. The
Um,
other one would be tacos and hamburgers. I mean,
yeah, oh dude. I don't know what I'd do without tacos. Like if I had to choose between, giving up either pizza or tacos, I think I'd give up pizza.
you're. I would probably give up pizza too because tacos have a variety of fillers. Right. You can go breakfast taco, dinner taco, lunch taco. It's taco galore.
Yeah, but
Taco.
If we're speaking pizza, and only because we have the wonderful Carrie here, apparently she puts corn and tuna on pizza.
Yes,
I bet
it's
you she doesn't
lush,
even know what a
according to
taco
her.
is. Carrie, let us know in chat if you know what a taco is. Okay. And then on that note, okay, your favorite beverage. It does not have to be alcoholic.
Coca Cola.
Mm. I
Yeah,
I'm glad you went with Coke and not Diet Coke. I think Diet Coke is disgusting.
agreed. Yeah, I'm a fan of Coke and Pepsi, preferably Coke most of the time, but sometimes you got to get just that extra little sweetness from Pepsi. So yeah,
Interesting. Not usually very many people that cross over between brands.
yeah.
'Cause I hate Pepsi.
I, I'm Americanized. What can I say? Pizza Hut and Pepsi. Let's go. Taco Bell.
She said, "I love tachos."
Tachos. Ooh, I'll get you a little tachos, girl. Tachos. Yeah,
um. Oh, you're. This is my favorite question because I love music. Your favorite band?
probably Led Zeppelin or The Doors. Yeah.
Interesting. I love Led Zeppelin. I've never been a big Doors fan.
Jim Morrison, baby. Hell yeah.
Well, let me ask you this because I think we're probably, if not almost exactly the same age, very close in age. Would you have said that in high school, or were you into the 90s music?
I would have said Pearl Jam and Nirvana during high school, but I was still a huge fan of Led Zeppelin and The Doors at the same time, and
I
Nine
think
Inch
I
Nails.
Yeah, yeah. I think I would have gone with Nirvana in high school. I did not like Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I like them both pretty much the same.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Well, guess what? We're done with fanboy for us. If I forgot one, I don't care if you say in the chat what I forgot. Because we're out of that segment. I was really hoping that we'd get Batman back in time, but I guess it's
Back
taking him a
in
little bit to boot
time.
up. Taking him
Hey,
a little bit
check
of
out
boot.
Levi's comments. I love
Oh,
tacos. Oh, I love them.
oh,
I just look them up, eat them up.
tacos. Tacos.
Yeah, tacos. Yeah.
He is a West Coast guy, so I'm assuming up there in Washington they get decent Mexican food.
Well, Christy, it's tacos. Just
I get
read
the
it
reference.
correctly, Levi. Just
I get the
make sure
reference.
we read your comment correctly.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay.
terrible, terrible.
Carrie says they have Bell over there.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's like some kind of good Mexican
it's
food or something.
Americanized Mexican type of food. It's well, yeah, it's Americanized. It's good
Right.
though.
Well,
It's its own flavor, right? It's its own Tex-Mex flavor.
Tex-Mex. I've never thought of Taco Bell being Tex-Mex, but
It yes, it's really Tex-Mex. That's what Taco Bell is. It's like a really Americanized version of Tex-Mex, not Mexican food. Tex-Mex.
well, let me ask you this. What do you feel about the Jack in the Box tacos? I'm assuming you've had them.
I love them personally. I mean, they're totally bad for you. They're crap, but for $1 or $2, you can't beat that shit at 3 in the morning when you're drunk off your ass. Give me four of those babies at $2, $3, and a Pepsi, and we're golden. Like you can't go wrong.
I have never heard anybody say they don't like a Jack in the Box taco, but everybody says the same thing. They're gross, but they're not. They're delicious
Yeah,
and weird.
I'll even order them when I'm not drunk. Like that's how good they are, but not good for you.
Well, it's
I was
basic.
like
I swear.
thinking
Do
about
they
it now.
deep
I'm
fry the?
gonna go
Do
get
they
some right now.
fry the lettuce with the whole thing?
No, I don't think so.
It almost seems like they do.
I've had some that have been fried. I have had some where they do fry it, but I've had most of them where the lettuce is crisp. So
Hmm.
they fry them
Okay.
first and they open them just a little bit and throw the lettuce in sideways. I've seen them do it. There's lettuce all over the place, and they just scoop it back up and do the same thing over and over again. So, um,
Interesting. Okay, I've
Yeah,
never seen them make one of them.
yeah. I've seen them make them before, at least 10 years ago. I don't know. I don't think there's anything new method of making them, but
All
you
right.
could be wrong.
Hey, Omer, I just got to say, I've been neglecting my pilled chat. And I just wanted to
Go for
say
it.
thank you so much for Madness Comic Network a long time ago rating the channel with our good friend, um, Ghost Pepper. So thank you guys for popping over on
Ghost
Pilled
Pepper, yeah,
and
he's a good
saying
guy.
what's up. Ghost Pepper is awesome. Have you
Yeah.
actually been on stream with him? He's fun.
Not on stream with him, but when I do the draw streams with Levi, he's always in the chat, so I
Yeah.
recognize the name. I've chatted with him a little bit here and there. But yeah,
Yes.
cool
Big,
guy,
big,
and
big supporter of the arts.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a big supporter of Levi's Ghost Peppering, so it's great.
Oh, that's right. We're not going to get into
Yeah,
that lore. That's getting a little deep. Um,
yeah.
you know, I did have a question for you that we didn't get into earlier, and I meant to. What is your involvement in like Comicsgate? How long have you been around, and what do you know about all the drama? And do you avoid it and all that?
I so I try to avoid it. I don't want to become any part of it, like literally like a part of it. Um, I do like hearing about it a little bit. Like I'm not gonna lie, you kind of at the watering hole like a chick and like, hey, look at the new chick, yeah. But other than that, like it's just fun BS, right? Um, and before I even started streaming or getting online or whatever, streaming really. Um, I watched all that stuff. I watched. I want to say like 2019 onward, but I've subscribed to Ethan's channel EVS, right, who owns Comicsgate literally. Now, um, back in like maybe 2015, 16, maybe even earlier than that, when he didn't have. I think he had like 20,000 subs at that time. Like he was a small channel, and even like Anna, that Star Wars girl, I remember I always subbed to her when she had like 12,000 subs. That was a long time ago, before her sister disappeared or was murdered.
Oh my
Um,
God, I did not know that about her.
oh yeah,
Wow.
like it was all online. There was a big campaign for like a week. My sister's missing, and it turns out they murdered her. Or some guy like took her out in the woods or something. Yeah,
Oh my God,
terrible,
that's
terrible.
horrible. I had
But
I
but
had
that
no clue.
that solidified like a bunch of guys rallying around her that kind of made Comicsgate, like, or they branched out to become Comicsgate eventually, like Cecil, John, EVS, like they all were real supportive of trying to help her out. So
Wow. Did not know. All I know about Anna is, of course, she's a popular-ish YouTuber, and she does
mhm.
kind of sexy cosplay calendars that do well on crowdfunding. And what is up, classical chick over on Pilled? Thank you so much for the cookie. We got a
There's
cookie.
Anna right there. Those are all Anna right there. I bought the calendar to support,
You did?
before she
Okay.
hits the wall. Now that she's having babies, so
Happens to us all. But now
yeah,
she's got a cute baby.
yeah.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna go ahead and move into our end of show segments. Don't worry, Omer, it's not totally turning away from you because our very first segment is called Mansplain, and you're a man.
Listen, girl.
Thank you, Cause, for choosing that particular stinger. Like maybe you're just like feeling my energy today because
I
I've
love
been
that
kind of
show, The
itching.
Great.
You do?
I love that show. I
I've
freaking love that show.
Me too. Like I've never met anybody else that's ever seen it. The
I've
Great is
I've watched it
phenomenal.
like 3 times through.
I think I've watched it 5 times through. Like, okay, let's
The
okay,
music
let's
at the
just
end of every episode is fantastic. It's
okay,
it's a
this
good
is what we're
freaking
gonna
show.
do. then because I didn't actually have a topic for you. You are going to
Okay.
mansplain to me why The Great is so great and why everybody should watch it, and I'll chime in when I
Okay.
can. Okay.
Okay. First of all, it's got the dude from Warm Bodies, which I can never remember his name, but he's awesome in it. He was also in Mad Max Furiosa. He's one of the white spray army driver guys. I can't
Okay, hold
remember his
on.
name
Who
either. Uh,
what character does he play?
he's in Furiosa.
No, in The Great.
In the Great, oh, he plays the king, or yeah,
Peter?
he plays Peter, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Peter, Peter the not so great, right? Because he's
Right.
that's his father, that's his father. He wants to be the greatest or something.
Oh,
But
wait.
what's your name?
Sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, real quick. Can you just give the audience, because I know hardly anybody's seen this show, just a quick like elevator letting them know what The Great is?
Okay, the Great is a comedic perspective of the son of uh, is it Alexander the Great,
No,
the
Peter the
king
Great.
of Russia, Peter the Great of Russia, his son who marries a is she German or French? French
She's
duchess or princess.
German, but
German?
it was called
German?
something else back then, but German, yeah.
Prussia? Prussia?
Prussia, that's it.
Prussia?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, and she thinks she's going to have this romanticized wedding relationship with the Russian leader. But it turns out that it's all a foible, comedic show that kind of is drama comedy, and it's really well written and it's beautifully shot, and the music that they use is not like old timey music but modern day music, and it kind of just fits the show and doesn't feel out of place, and it makes it super like uber cool, if that makes sense.
I like your description. My best description of it is it's a satirical retelling of Catherine the Great's rise to power.
Oh, is she Catherine?
Yeah, it's Catherine the Great. You
It's
have not
Catherine
watched
Great.
it 3
Okay.
times if you don't know these things.
Well, I don't. So I don't. I don't remember all their names for some reason because it's just so funny. I don't know. I don't know the way that the king is with his friends banging all their wives is so bizarre and funny. It is a effed up show. So if you like weird interplay relationships, but like in a comedic way, that's kind of taken seriously, but not because they take it seriously because their lives depend on it on the show. So you feel kind of bad for them, but then they're like, you're doing it because this guy's an idiot. So you're like, I don't feel bad for them. Oh, it's just so bizarre. It sucks you in. It sucked me in,
It
but
really
it is
absolutely sucked me in.
it does look as a guy from a guy's mansplaining perspective, it totally has a chick feel, like it is a chick show feeling, but once you start watching it you're like, no, this show's kind of made for guys because there's so many weird things that happen where this person's banging and it's like a chick, did a chick write this? Probably, but it kind of has a guy perspective.
Yeah, no, a dude wrote it. I couldn't tell you who
Oh
he
yeah,
was, and it absolutely. I think it's good for not the whole family because there's like a lot of sex and
right, yeah,
nudity and stuff in that, but it is
adult, it's adult.
good adult comedy. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring in. Oh, here he is. Here, Batman. It's so good to see you.
Crazy night.
Sergio,
You're
Crazy night.
it's so nice,
you're you're
Sergio.
settled, and I know you can hear us. And we're just talking about the great.
Which
I
one?
know I've The Great, it's on Hulu. Watch it.
That's
Watch
about
it.
Elizabeth the Great, isn't it?
Catherine the Great, it's a
Or Catherine
satirical
the Great.
retelling of Catherine the Great's rise to power. It's beautifully shot, wonderfully designed, perfectly written. It really is good entertainment. If you're looking for good entertainment, go watch The Great.
I'm still trying to watch the last episode of Reacher.
I gave that 3
Oh, yeah,
episodes and gave
Reacher's
up.
good
I
too.
didn't like it.
Oh, it got violent. It got raw. And then I wanted to watch the Daredevil series, and I only got into like the first half of the first episode. Born
Well,
Again.
let me ask you guys this, just kind of on that topic of, like, deciding, like, how much time you're gonna give a series. I'm very much a 2, maybe 3 episode person, and then I give up if it has not captured me. Like, both of
You
you
need
guys
it needs
mansplaining to
legs.
me what you do.
Yeah, you want something that's got legs right away, something that's going to bite you in the ass and drag you into the show. I sometimes like that too, but the slow burn shows that take a little bit to ramp up, do character building, and if they do it well, they capture you. Person of Interest, Sherlock Holmes, the new Sherlock Holmes one, um, with the Chinese Watson. What's her name? Lucy Liu. Shows like that are really interesting and grab you. Like, you know, okay, now we can get back on track. Sorry, Vulcan
No, no,
Live.
no, no. That's a jab at me. He's been missing you all night and has said, "I've been all over the place without you."
Oh, that's so nice. Vulcan's got a crush on you.
No, he's got a crush on you, I think.
Oh, thank you, Vulcan. So anyway,
he, look, he wants besos. You got to give him some kisses.
besos, besos, or
Besos.
brazos, brazos, hugs too.
See, yeah, maybe some reach arounds.
No, that's quite all right, Omer.
Oh,
That's what I
oh,
have a girlfriend for.
no, no, like full reach. You know, give him the whole.
Oh, okay. The way
Not
you say
those reach
reach around, I
arounds.
get a little worried there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the great Elle Fanning is what really got me into really wanting to watch the show, and Nicholas
You
Holtz,
wanted to
that's the
see her
name of the
tit.
guy. Well, the way it's shot is they all look beautiful. Like every character on the show, like they look. There's something with the camera, the way they shoot their skin. They look like they're alive, like they got blood in there. I don't. Everybody looks really good on that show, and
Well,
maybe it has something to do with like their costumes and outfits, like you mentioned. Really good outfits, really good perioded costumes.
all I want to know is, do they have a lot of decoupage?
Decoupage.
Explain what décolletage is. Like the garish,
Are you
like
serious?
a
You don't know decoupage? It's French for titty meat.
oh, yeah, yes, there is plenty of titty meat. That's funny. I was thinking it might be an architectural term.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
French
oh,
term
I
that
was thinking.
means it's the French term that means a woman's not cleavage, but actually the breast meat. Hanging out. They always used to lift themselves up and push themselves out as
Yes,
to
there
show off
is
their
that.
They would show off their decoupage. It was part of their costume. It was part
Yes.
of their way
I
they
thought
got
there was
dressed.
maybe some.
The Elizabethan times
There
are
was.
just amazing in terms of women's attire. They would put girdles on them and strap them in so that they'd have these tiny little waists with these big ass tits hanging out in front of them. As they walked, they had a shelf. They could eat their hors d'oeuvres off of their breasts with a plate if they wanted to. They literally came out like a shelf. I'm sorry, I digress. Yes, I have a titty fetish. What can I
Hey,
say?
listen, Renaissance Fair in California is coming up. I know all about that stuff.
Yes, Renaissance
They
fairs are
do exactly that.
notorious for that shit.
Yes.
They do that shit on purpose for fun.
What's funny is my daughter, okay, so just real quick little personal information. My mom got into Renaissance Fair a couple decades ago, and now all her grandchildren are grown enough to work with her. And they have a sweet setup, by the way, because my mom's been in it for so long. And they have a wonderful time, and it's coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just make sure if you're going to be
titties
with a
just
woman,
overflow.
yeah. Just make sure if you're going to be with a woman who wears a corset, she wears it underneath her onesie, not outside of her onesie, because you'll never get it off.
Well, I'm not worried about getting her off. I'm gonna get off.
I want to make the corset off, but I don't
And
want her.
on that note, I'm thinking mansplain has totally gone off the rails.
Oh, we're in mansplain right now.
Yes.
Shit.
So maybe we should mansplain about a corset and how many laces it goes back and forth down a woman's back. Oh my
Act
God.
Okay, go ahead because I don't know, and that's so weird
I
because
think
I'm
there's
the
something
woman
like
that should be
24
wearing
as a
it.
minimum. I think like 24. Guys, chat. I need your help. How many holes does the average corset have? I thought it was 24 to be a corset, but that
I'm
was
glad
one
he
on each
didn't say
side to
how many
screw it
holes
up.
does the average woman have.
I already know. I found every
Well, I
single
thought he
one.
was going to say for a second is how many hoes does it take to lace up a corset?
How many hose does it take to lace up a corset? At least 3. One to hold it up, one
Uh,
to tie it tight, and the other one to push together and squeeze the ribs.
That's right. But if you're
uh,
Oh
extra
wait, and then
talented, it's
sometimes a
only
fourth to
2.
lift up the boobs.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so I've been going to Renaissance Fair because of my mother for many years, but I've never done the whole thing because it's expensive, to get the costume and all that. Last year was my very first time dressing up. I went and borrowed my mother's garb,
No
and
shit.
she taught me how to make my tits stick out. She's like, Christy, now bend over and shake them like this.
Exactly. That's funny.
uh,
That is hysterical.
It was fun. It was
Yeah,
fun because,
Renaissance
like,
fairs are great.
yeah, it was
Christy,
fun
pull up
being
the
dressed up.
pictures. I don't believe you otherwise. Pull up the pictures. I don't believe you.
Oh, dude, I got so drunk. Also, I almost got in trouble. And
Were you drinking?
you know who got me drunk? My daughter's
Your mom?
boyfriend.
He
I
wanted to
was
see
hanging
you
out
get
with him.
sloppy.
I'm like, when you guys gonna get married? I want grandchildren.
Did he buy you mead or did he buy you some wine?
So, the other thing, oh my, okay, nobody knows. Okay, I'm not doxing anything, but because of their cool setup and all this, it's actually very, very cool. I'm allowed to go backstage to where they keep their liquor, and I just boop, 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 boop. I don't have to buy shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice,
That's
nice.
funny.
I've been to one Renaissance festival that it was in Houston, and it was in high school. I think I was 16 years old, and man, I threw on some tights. I wrapped a belt under this big sweater that I bought, and I looked like a pauper prince. It was funny as hell, and I did a voice the whole day. And there's this little Mexican kid running around talking like we English or whatever, and blah blah blah. And I had a little sword, and it was stupid, and I had so much fun. It was a blast. I'd be
They
like,
are fun.
"Hello, me lady, look at those beautiful globes."
Yeah, that is
It was a
what
blast.
there is nothing else in existence except for maybe Rocky Horror Picture Show, that
Nah,
is
you can't
similar.
compare the
Mhm.
two.
I can't, well, I've never actually been to a Rocky Horror, so.
Oh, I have. It's a madhouse. You got to bring toast. You got to bring newspaper. You got to bring a squirt bottle. Um, there's all kinds of sidebars and phrases and sayings screaming out, heckling the screen as you watch the performance. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. They used to do it every Halloween out here in Long Island at one of the local theaters out in Nassau County on the Queens border, and we would go Halloween night to see a performance. And then we caught one in the city. Yo, Aaron
Hi,
Moriarty is in
Aaron.
the house.
Yeah.
What's up, Aaron? Meat is dangerous yes, meat is very dangerous. Honey beer.
It's
Is
so
that what you were
tasty.
drinking, Christy?
N I think I had one thing of mead, but I think I had too much vodka. That's what, like, took me over the top.
What's the saying?
Liquor before beer, coast
Liquor
is clear.
before beer.
That's what I did tonight. I've got my beer now. I had my liquor. Now it's time for my beer.
Unless the beer is a stout that's like 19.9 ABV.
Yeah, no, I got this really nice tonight I have it's not a stout, it is a nice dry porter. I
Oh,
think it's like 5.5 or something like that.
what's the flavor?
It it doesn't really have a flavor. It's just a nice dry brown porter, dark
Okay.
porter. Anyway, you guys,
So
I've
wait,
had a
what do we
great
did we even do mansplain or not?
yeah, we did because we were talking about basically. So the stinger tonight was the Catherine. It was a stinger from The Great, and nobody knows the reference. But when we came back, Omer said, "Oh my God, I love The Great. I also love The Great, and I never get to talk to people about The Great." So he was mansplaining why The Great is so great, and I think we covered it. And then we got into titties and Ren Fair and all that,
Yeah,
and
we went
we have other
sideways
things
hard.
to do. What?
All right, let's spin the wheel.
We are. We're gonna Omer, this is my oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I just have to update Batman here. I did because Vulcan was like, Christy, you didn't even do fanboy for us. And because I was waiting. Do you really have a landline? Oh my he wound up finger. This is my show.
I'm
He
sorry,
wound up fingering.
the alarm company called. We had an alarm go off earlier.
Okay.
So yes, I had a landline.
Hello, Christy? Are you there? Hello?
Omer, you're talking into the wrong end of the phone.
Well,
There you
I
go.
gotta tell you,
There you go.
I have no idea how the audience is receiving this show, but I personally am having a great time. Okay, and Vulcan is here, getting us back on track. It was not Levi that
Spin
brought it up
the
this time.
wheel.
We're gonna okay. So Omer, we're
Spin
going
the
into
wheel.
conspiracy corner. This is my favorite way to get to know people. We are going to spin the wheel. So we are going into conspiracy corner right now.
I wanna live with a conspiracy girl. I could be prepping the rest of my life with a conspiracy girl.
Those weren't aliens.
So Omer,
I'm trying to find my aluminum foil hat. Where's it at?
do you have one? That'd be crazy if you had one. I love when people have one. It happens every once in a while. Okay, that works. That works. All right. We're
I
doubling
want to
down
have one. I'm
spending.
gonna make one. I
Do
gotta
it.
block the signal.
This one here is like
You should wrap the
2 years
crown with
old.
aluminum foil.
Wrap the crown with aluminum foil. Sounds good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good aesthetic choice. I don't know why Bruce went off camera, but I'm assuming he's going to go find his hat. It does not matter if our guest or co-host finds an aluminum hat because this one here, dears, this protects us from any kind of shadow banning on any of the platforms.
Well,
YouTube.
I just muted the camera because I don't think you wanted to see me blow my boogers out of my
Hmm.
nose.
I don't, but
I
I
didn't
see
think so.
one on this curl right here.
Did I
I'm
miss? Did I miss?
kidding.
Wait, I
I'm
missed some.
kidding.
Okay, thank
Christy,
you.
got him.
Thank you.
Got him.
All right, guys. Settle down, settle down. We are now in conspiracy corner. And Omer, what we have here is a conspiracy wheel, and there is rules attached to this conspiracy wheel, and you must speak on a conspiracy theory. Do you see all these choices
I see it.
that may come up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's how the wheel works. You get 3 spins. You can stop on spin 1 and speak on that subject or subject 2. But if you choose to make a third spin, you're stuck on that subject no matter what it is.
Okay.
However, it does not matter if you know the actual conspiracy theory. You literally can talk out of your ass on it. It does not matter. Okay?
So it's like every day. I got it.
And like all conspiracy theories. It does not matter because
Yeah.
we have no choice. Bruce,
Right.
oh, that
Right.
was him talking out of his ass. I saw that, Bruce.
That was bull. Bull.
Mm, hmm
Shit.
Yeah, that's one of my
Bull.
favorite signs.
Shit.
All right. So, Omar,
Well,
are you ready to spin the wheel?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, we're
Hit
spinning
it.
the wheel.
Oh, that's trippy. Occult
Occult
knowledge. Oh,
knowledge, which is basically just hidden knowledge.
oh, I thought it was like witchcraft. Occult knowledge, like the Egyptians and stuff, right? Hieroglyphs.
Could be. I don't know. This is your wheel,
Omer, you
baby.
can
Uh,
you can relay stories
but,
to this however you wish. If you want to stick with it, you want to change it
well,
up.
let's spin one more time. Let's see what we get.
Oh, that usually means a third spin, y'all. But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
We're at
Has anybody ever?
75%. 75% of the participants have spun the wheel 3 times.
I think so. Yep. I think you're about
The majority
right
has
on
spun
that.
it.
Yep. The Federal
Oh,
Reserve.
Federal Reserve.
Do
Okay.
you know
Let's talk
about the
about the
creature
Federal
from
Reserve.
Jekyll Island?
The creature from Jekyll Island.
Yes. You've never read the
No.
book, The Creature from Jekyll Island.
Hey,
No.
Mister
I'm sorry. I'm just
Hinty Pants over there. This is his. This is his wheel. Do you want to speak on the Federal Reserve, Omer?
Sure. Let's talk about the Federal Reserve. Do I
Dude,
tell
only
you
two
something I know about?
spins. He did not press his luck tonight. All right. You may speak freely because I have, the all protecting tinfoil hat on.
Okay. So I've got the crown of knowledge, guys. Um, Federal Reserve, is it made up? Is it real? Is there actual gold there still? Who knows, right? I don't know. Um, this whole the our
the Federal Reserve is not
financial
the
system.
Federal Reserve is not Fort Knox. The Federal
Yeah,
Reserve is the banking industry. It's a whole different ball of wax.
Wait, hold on.
right. But
I'm sorry, real quick, Bruce, because I know you pay more attention to this kind of stuff. Is the Federal Reserve at all connected to Fort Knox? You know that for sure? He does not know that for sure. All right, so
Yeah, no, the
let's
Federal
let
Reserve is
Omer
the banking
speak.
system.
Okay.
No, the Federal Reserve is the banking system. Fort Knox is the depository that holds all the gold. Do we even have all the gold? Trump and Elon are supposed to go in to see all the gold.
Well,
And supposedly we have more gold than they actually told us, especially when Trump went to the Vatican and took all the gold back from the Vatican.
all right, let us both digress. We are totally stepping all over Omer's wheel here. Both of us.
well, doesn't the Federal Reserve at least like because of Fort Knox and the gold there is backed by the gold? Like
But
so,
it's
when you
not.
go to the bank,
But shouldn't they
it,
know?
It's
it's
not
not.
backed by gold. The reserve is not
Well,
backed by
it's
gold.
backed by, yeah, but it's backed by the Federal Reserve is backed by the United States government to some extent, right? To the $100,000, right? That's what it says on the thing when you have deposit your money in the bank.
It says a
Something
hundred
So,
like
thousand
that.
anyways,
dollars.
something like that, up to a
All
hundred
right. I
thousand.
say
Yeah.
we go for a
So if you
third
have like
spin
a
on the
million,
wheel.
What? I think you had a few drinks tonight, buddy.
Oh no, I didn't drink anything at all except water the whole night, but I smoked my brains out.
Okay.
well, I did want to get to before you move on to possible other spins. Uh,
We don't have to. I just
the
asked.
the 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 backing of the Federal Reserve with the interest of the bank thing that they're currently talking about, Elon versus Do we need the Federal Reserve? Like, how is the United States government connected to all that? Because aren't we paying like the interest on that every time we pay taxes or whatever, versus actually paying down what's owed uh, based on what is lent to us with the Federal Reserve? Like, it's
Okay.
so annoying. I think it's really bizarre. I think the truth is hidden somewhere in all the bullshit that is bullshit. I think the banking system totally is created to screw us over and keep us as indentured
Mm.
workers to some extent in this thing we call society, and that we're kind of free but not really free. And it's just the transformation of this slavery system into an economic system, and we're all still slaves to the machine.
Okay, good point. And to your point of what I think you were explaining, kind of usury, I have to bring
Hmm.
up usury right this moment because Vaughn Coleman comes into my chat saying, "Rate into me when you're done. Bye bye. I love you." Now that's what I call some usury, Vaughn.
Oh
I
shit.
never see you in my chat, and you come over here trying to steal my stream.
Vaughn.
Wait. Cosmic's got one too.
Oh,
I
what?
have an autographed copy of the book End the Fed. I don't know who
Oh,
the author is
nice.
on that one, Cosmic. Put it in the chat,
Okay,
please.
here it is. It says titties and beer are an easy diversion.
I have a Zappa shirt that says that.
I kid. I didn't find the other one.
Ron
And Vaughn,
Paul.
Vaughn, if you're
Ron
still out there,
Paul.
of course, I just had
Wow.
to give you shit.
Isn't he an
Um,
economicist? Ron Paul?
oh, Ron Paul.
Economist?
Ron Paul
Yeah.
wrote End the Fed.
Yes, and that
Wait,
has
who's the father and who's the son? Rand Paul or Ron Paul?
Ron Paul is the father, Rand Paul is the son, and
Okay.
Ron Paul, I swear to God, that was like I think the biggest push of a third party candidate because he didn't run as Republican or Democrat, but there was a huge movement behind
He
that
was libertarian.
revolution. Hmm?
He was considered libertarian,
Right.
which then became the Tea Party.
And
Well, I'm
that's
going narco capitalist. Narco capitalist all the way.
he's a narco capitalist. Does that mean you narc or you like drugs?
It's drug money all the way.
Levi Skeen's putting in there Ross Perot. Yes, I wanted Ross Perot to run for president. I wanted to vote for Ross Perot. He should have been president, but they stole that election too. But I digress.
Are we
You have to
digressing
remember
again?
it's a two-party system. Doesn't matter what the third one is.
It's true. Why do you think Donald Trump became a Republican? He was a registered
Absolutely.
Democrat, and all those
Yeah.
assholes licked his dick and sucked his ass because they needed his money to get where they were.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times Hillary
I
Clinton
remember
with
that.
his taint.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy
I
shit.
voted for Perot once. Yeah.
Yep,
When
Pops
When
is on my side.
second or third votes.
when was that, by the way? When did Ross Perot? Because I
80, 80 shit, I can't remember.
it was in 80 shit. Sounds good.
80 shit. Yeah, 80 shit.
Uh,
I want to
we
say
had the power. There. You're
84,
gonna
It
look that
was
86,
up.
92, guys.
92. Wow, that late? Thank you, Kaz.
That's why I couldn't vote for him.
The
I
voice of
I was
wisdom.
not old enough. But I wouldn't have voted for him anyways. I was, I thought many people went through this and both of you guys can either confirm nor deny, but when you're younger you vote stupidly.
They,
Basically it's that that saying, if you're not liberal when you're young, you don't have a heart, and if you're not conservative when you're older, you don't have a brain, right? I think
that
Yeah.
still holds true today.
I think that was the first or the very first time or the second time I could vote that I voted. Yeah.
oh.
So my first election was Ronald Reagan. I got to vote for Ronald
See,
Reagan.
so you're not you really See, this is why I do give you that forehead stamp
You
of like honorary Gen X. So Omer's a little bit older Gen X than I am. I was trying to like
uh,
measure our double
I
chins earlier, and I thought we were closer in age.
I think we are. I might have been. I might be off by one election. Yeah, because it's who I would have voted for. Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmic
So
Grandpa says he actually worked for Ron. For wait, did you work for Ross Perot or did you work for
Yeah,
Ron Paul?
he said he can't. He's been talking about Ron Paul
So he campaigned for Ron Paul. That's what he said, right?
like that. That's dude. Cause is like one of the coolest boomer Gen X people I know. Like I just love that guy. I just love that guy. He's awesome.
He's the man behind the curtain.
He is. Maybe he'll show his face tonight. You guys, we went so freaking far off the rails on Conspiracy Corner. I think I want to cut it, but hold on.
Your choice, your show.
Actually,
is
I
when I voted for Perot because I think he ran then too.
but
It was a
hold on.
throwaway vote.
You guys can keep speaking on that. I really need to go use the restroom. So, stay in Conspiracy Corner. I'll leave my hat here. Okay, you can see the tip.
Just
Just
the
the
That was
tip.
tip.
nice.
Just the tip.
Yeah, pretty
So go
much.
ahead, Omar.
Yeah, conspiracy theories. Yeah, the Fed's weird. Don't really understand it. It's all a system to keep us in control. The food's all ingrained with it, and we're eating crap food that allows them to control us via the Bill Gates Coca Cola new technologies since mid 2000s or whatever. Bizarre
Yep.
stuff. And finally, I hope FDR Jr. Does something with the FDA and gets all that crap taken out. And we've got like 2,000 more insignificant ingredients in our food versus Europe. They've only got like 204, and we've got like over 2,000 unnamed ingredients that have been bypassed the FDA as normal food things, and
Yeah.
all
No,
that
you're
stuff's
right.
really bizarre to me.
It's
Yeah.
really funny because my girlfriend's Peruvian, so I go to Peru for like 3 to 5 weeks at a time and hang out in Peru for a while. And
Mhm.
so I buy food there in Peru at the local grocery store before I leave and bring it back to Long Island for myself because the
Mhm.
food there is less chemicals. It's not much healthier, but it is a little bit healthier because it doesn't have all the chemicals in it.
Right, and it's probably not as genetically modified as the crap we're eating here.
Correct,
Everything here
100%.
is
Dude, have you ever seen
Monsanto's and
Peruvian corn? Have you ever seen Peruvian
I'm
corn? Choclo.
no,
The
no,
kernels are like the size of a quarter sometimes. I mean, they're just huge.
yeah.
And you look at our corn and it's been genetically modified to be a set size so that our teeth can eat in it and we can finish it up and then throw it out.
Well, what's really weird is because of all that, the corn in Mexico. So Mexico used to have a diverse range of corn, and they say in the last 20 years that it's slowly dwindling down, and they're having a hard time keeping their diversity of corn in certain areas because all the Monsanto's corn gets mixed in and starts messing with all the corn there. And this is from the United States. Like there's
Right. Who do
no
you think supplying them with who do you think supplying them with the seed? Monsanto's.
that's crazy.
But I do have to run. I have to digress for a minute and say, Grey Wolf, I read what you wrote, and yes, I'm glad it was Carter who was one of the worst presidents until Obama and Biden came along. But Carter was the worst president in the United States up until Obama. So I agree with you, sir. But I was always more conservative leaning. My father and and my grandfather were both Republicans, which is funny because Jewish families usually vote Democrat because of an old wives' tale that
Oh,
occurred many years ago when the Jews were migrating from Europe before or during the Holocaust, and they were coming into Ellis Island, and they were being told that if they support the Democratic Party, we'll feed you, we'll clothe you, we'll give you housing, and we'll give you a job. And the biggest proponent of that was Robert Moses and his family, who migrated over from Europe and were wanting to become what they call secular Jews. They didn't want to identify as Jewish. They wanted to secularize themselves and become more Americanized. So they did it right. They came over legally, and then they brought their families over legally, and it became a whole big thing. But I digress. We got so off topic. I apologize.
That was pretty interesting, though. Like, so the Jews were gaslit from the beginning
Yeah,
to vote and it still holds,
No pun
though.
intended, right? No
yeah,
pun
no pun
intended on
intended.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know what?
I
They
didn't
they
say gas chambered.
they're so brainwashed. I mean, look at all these asshole kids on Columbia campus and all these Jewish kids who are defending Palestine. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's like stupid. They would rather kill you. Or the gays for Palestine. Do you know what they would do if you went to Palestine as a gay person? They'd have a roof party
Oh,
in
they
your
murder
honor,
you.
and you would be
Yeah,
thrown off the roof at the end of it.
yeah, yeah. The thing is, nobody wants them. Like nobody wants. They don't even want themselves in where they used to be. Like whoever the previous Palestine, because there's like two sections of Palestinians, right? And the old group doesn't even want them. Like nobody wants them because
Yeah,
they're
well,
freaking assholes.
the problem
That's
is
what it comes down to.
they were mostly Syrian, Lebanese, and Jordanian rebel fighters that became the Palestinians, and it was is it Alexander the Great who coined the phrase Philistines, and he
That
called
sounds
us
right. Yeah.
Philistines, the Jews, and that's how it stuck. I forgot what the term is, the Latin term for Philistine, but uh, government agencies.
I,
Actually, TTB is if anyone is keeping gays for Palestine is like chickens for Kentucky Fried. Yes, that's
yeah.
funny, Ray Wolf. Thank you. Yes.
I like what Grey Wolf said about the heirloom seeds. That's awesome, sir. Yeah, I have to check that out.
Yeah, we love our
Real cool.
heirloom seeds.
I
And
have a
remember
whole
to
bunch that I stocked away.
if you're growing, harvest your seeds, from that, and you
Yeah,
can just keep on going.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we were able to end Conspiracy Corner with the positive note that heirloom seeds are out there for purchase, you guys. Um, dude, this stream's running long, and I've got a spoiler to get to, y'all. We're
Okay.
uh,
Y'all,
our
y'all here.
well,
Are we
it was
taking
the
we're taking off
KFC
our hats?
comment,
Oh,
huh?
sorry,
Right.
I'm bald.
Get some chicken.
I'm like, the reflection of my eyes from his bald head. Anyway, yeah.
I was actually
Reindeer.
contemplating shaving my head.
What you were contemplating shaving it all
I
off?
was contemplating shaving it all off.
Nah, it looks
Uh,
good. It looks good. What are you talking about? Keep it.
you're
It looks good.
fine. You're fine.
Fine
Um.
as wine.
Anyway, all right. We're gonna start closing out the show
Wait,
after
wait, wait.
after
We didn't
I
brand
brand
Omer glitch yet.
after I brand Omer.
I'm sorry.
This is our very final segment of the night. Omer, you get a Flip City brand. And what's so fantastic about this brand tonight is I am giving away a spoiler of what is coming in volume 24, which happens to be live on fundmycomic.com. Go check that campaign out because Omer recently participated in a collaboration between Mantis Comic Network and Flip City Magazine. It was actually, hold on, Omer, because I don't
Yeah.
think I know actually the entire story. Can you help me with the lore of Flip City and how this happened, this collaboration? Because I think you're involved with it.
Well, I just mentioned to Eli and Pops, like, hey,
Levi.
we should try to, yeah, Levi and Pops. Yeah, I mentioned to them, like, hey, Flip City's on your Madness Network, right? And they do a magazine, like, and you guys are drawing all the time. Like, why don't you see if you can ask Christy, because they knew you. I didn't know you at the time, right? If there could be some kind of collaboration, and maybe they could do a contest or something, right? That was the whole thing. I just suggested that. I guess Levi went off and he came up with the first idea thing and pitched it. I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened
Yes.
after that.
Yes, that is pretty much how it went. I didn't know the exact thing that happened, but I did hear that you were the one that initiated this crazy collaboration that we are now doing with the Madness Comic Network. We plan on doing a full page spread in every edition that is basically presented by Madness Comic Network, where it basically snowballed. Omer sparked the idea, and it has snowballed into a thing that is actually happening. And you participated. What's so great about this is it was your idea. You participated in the
Well,
collaboration, and the theme that Flip City gave these live draw streamers, because it was Levi's idea and it was a good one, was basically draw the type of people that fall in love with a serial killer. And at this point, what we're going to do is because you participated and you won the contest, we'll talk about that more on the other side of
it
this
wasn't rigged, guys.
segment.
It wasn't my plan to win it.
Well,
But I wasn't
well,
getting I wasn't getting credit as the guy who inspired the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? F these guys. I'm gonna win this contest
yeah.
now because I want all the credit, you bastards. Because
And
like
you
Pops and Leroy's were like, hey, we got a good idea, guys. Blah, blah, blah. And no mention of Omer for weeks and months until Omer comes on the show.
no,
Hey
that's
guys,
not
didn't I inspire that? And I was like, and then Leroy's
that's
like,
not
yeah, I guess you
true.
kind of did. And Pops was like, no, you didn't inspire that, Omer. I came up with it. It's the madness that Crom came up with it or whatever. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna win it now, just so y'all will shut up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, epic rant. That has to be a clip.
Oh,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Anyway, we're doing
Here
a
to
spoiler.
entertain.
We're doing a spoiler tonight because we are going to give a teeny tiny bit away of this spread of what is titled this thing that's going to come up. So, Cause, if we could just bring the screen up. And by the way, Omer has not seen any of the layout. And also, another by the way, reminder, this is not the entire layout. I do clip shit to be able to make it formatted for high definition video shit, blah, blah, blah. So it's not perfect. Anyway, this is
I
the
love clipping
title.
shit.
This is what Flip City ended up titling this 2-page spread. All right. It's called Ever Lovin', then click cause serial killers, ever loving
Nice.
serial killers. And
Love it.
this will be the first time that Omer gets to see what Flip City wrote for his illustration. So, Omer, what we're going to do here now is I'm going to read you in with this next slide, and then you're going to read the thing that goes with your illustration. You're going to see how it goes. All right.
Okay, sure.
So, oh wait, hold on. I have to embiggen, or I'm not going to be able to read. All right, go ahead,
In
Cos.
Big and Eight.
We all know artists represent a wide spectrum of borderline personality disorders. So Flip City took advantage. We shoved them all in a basement and asked, what type of people fall in love with serial killers? Here's what the lunatics came up with, brought to you by Madness Comic Network. Find them at themeg.tv. And here's Omer's illustration. This is how much of a lunatic he is. And Omer,
Oh,
this next
nice.
one, this next one, oh yeah, you haven't even seen it colored. That's right.
Yeah, it looks great.
And then this next one is what we wrote for this serial killer.
And you want me to read this part?
Yes.
The E-Thought girl killer remains at large, surfacing at night on popular webcam sites where she lures in lonely geeks draining their bank accounts dry until they starve to death. Sad simp Ethan is so smitten with this siren, he is happily reduced to skin and bones, eating cat food. If he can spend all his spare time and every last penny subsidizing this sultry showstopper. Nice, very nice.
Very
And I guess I
good.
was supposed to rhyme there at the end, huh? I kind of missed the beat, so it was
You
great.
you you screwed up the beats a little bit, but it's not about
Yeah,
perfection around here. It's about giving
right.
spoilers and having a good time. So you
I
guys,
love the coloring. It looks great.
oh,
Looks
thank
great.
you so much.
Thank
I
you.
I
Yes.
I actually colored the girl and Scott colored the guy. Even though he asked me several times to color the guy and I got distracted with promoting or something.
Yeah. Very nice.
So,
I love it.
did you
Thank you.
like the write up?
Yeah, it's just super funny. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the lore here. So, so Omer obviously he sparked the idea, and then, like
Exactly.
he said, it snowballed, and Crom came up with it, and all this other lore that's a bunch of bullshit. But Omer at first said, "I don't think that's a funny topic," and then he came up with that, and it's hilarious,
Uh, well,
right?
here's the biggest thing. Like real serial killers, I don't think are funny because they're evil, disgusting, horrible people. So the one it's made up, right? So I guess it's kind
Yeah.
of funny, but I couldn't like because Levi had a really good idea and perspective on it, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And he already had like a lot of ideas. As a matter of fact, he even suggested some. So that was really nice of him. And then Maddie Madison, she had a bunch of ideas too, and great. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm being surrounded by really awesome artists and art, and oh, and
Oh.
so yeah, I was just like, no. So,
You
but
did
then
a
Levi threw
fantastic
the challenge going out there.
you
Yeah,
did a
go ahead.
fantastic job, and I have to tell you, because I don't think you know this. I promoted it over on Pilled a little bit, not a ton. I threw it in a couple of chats that I go in normally. The poll, when we go to
Hmm.
voting. I will explain more of this in one moment for anybody that doesn't know what's going on here. But I threw the poll in a chat, and not a random person, somebody that I know had picked it up from an earlier post and said, "Oh, I already voted for it, and I voted for the person who's winning right now because I thought that was the best, funniest idea." And we had only posted the black and white, because I'm like,
Hmm.
we're not, we haven't colored it yet, whatever. I mean, this is what he submitted. But what I find super hilarious is you obviously campaigned, right?
3 days. I only campaigned 3 days.
But you got a lot of people to vote for you.
Well, okay, so you had it like for 2 weeks, right? And I was like, huh. And Levi's like, Levi nudged me, right? And I was like, okay, Levi. He's like, hey, Omer, I'm gonna win this or whatever. And I was like, oh, you bitch, you bitch. I don't know what he did. He nudged me and tagged me on some bullshit. And I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna win it, Levi? Well, fuck you. I'm gonna win it, bitch. So
The
I
male
reposted the shit
ego.
out of that.
The male
He's like,
ego.
I'm gonna buy it, Omer. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. Go to buyvotes.com. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make you spend a lot of money then. So, well, and I'm teasing, right? I'm teasing Levi, but he's
Of
like, I
course.
already have an ad in issue 23. I want to get a free ad in issue 24. And I was like, bitch, you already got an ad in issue 23. Well, shit, let somebody else get an ad in issue 24. Okay, let's see what I can do in 2 days, right? Tweet, grandma, grandpa, go vote for me. Here's this weird link. Yeah, the art's weird. Don't look at it. Just vote for me. Here, hey cousin, here's the link. Go look. Ignore the wiener. It's a fun. I know it's weird, guys. I know it's weird. Go vote for me. So I just blasted it to all my cousins. And there's a bunch of us little Mexicans running around. They're like, ah, see,
Yes.
arroz con mira, es el Omer, mira, let's go vote for him. So they vote for me. They don't even know what it's about. They don't speak English. They just see my name. I say, click on that bitch. Yes, yes, click on that one and say
That's
submit. And they're like,
funny.
ah.
No.
And so
That's
I was
funny.
like, 70 votes in, Levi. What are you gonna do now? Do you have a Mexican family? Oh, Zap is yes, I'm a son of a glitch. Yes, confirmed.
That's
That is,
funny.
that is
So
awesome. And it,
so
okay.
and then when I
Okay,
heard
go ahead.
Christy, when I heard that you wanted to close it at 100, I'm like, oh shit, I need like 5 more people to go vote. Where can I get those 5 so I can get the 100, have this bitch closed up, and I'll be the winner, and it'll be over and done with. Leave. I can't go buy shit from China. I got this in the bag. I was like, 5 more people. I was like, oh yeah, let me ask this guy, that guy. Yeah, my buddies, and like shot the. I'm texting message. Hey, bro, can you go vote for me on this thing? Yeah, yeah, it's a weird thing. It's kind of funny though. But don't look at the wiener on the knife thing. Go vote for me, bro. And so I'm like, copy paste, copy paste. 5 people I know. Yes. And they're like, hey, bro, voted for you, bro. Yeah, good job. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I was like, oh, thanks.
All right. So
So
this
I
might
nipped it in the
this
bud.
might have worked against Flip City interest because of how many times weird was put out there. By the you guys, Flip City is wonderfully
Uh,
weird, okay? It was Omer's decision to put a dong on the knife, which by the way, I did notice in the final layout, Scott did
yeah,
crop the
yeah.
bottom of the dong. Like I think it was too much for him.
That's funny. I saw the balls. I saw the balls as the hilt, just before the hilt goes up. That's funny. I
Yeah,
figured it was
yeah,
cock. I'm like, she's a
That is
yeah.
dominatrix, and
all right. All right. So you guys, I do want to just step it back a little bit so everybody understands the context of this long, kind of drawn out story. So, like we said before we gave the spoiler away, Flip City connected and has collaborated with Madness Comic Network and the live draw streamers. Although anybody who wants to can participate in this collaboration. What these live draw streamers are competing for is a free quarter page size ad run in Flip City that the circulation is anywhere from 3 to 4,000 eyes are going to get on your ad. It's hard to determine exact circulation if you know all that, and that I can go on that forever. Anyway, so we're
three
doing
to
this with
five
Madness,
thousand,
huh?
3 to 5,000 more people that didn't have eyes on it before.
Exactly. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
in volume 24, which is going to print tomorrow, you guys, and Omer's ad is placed in there. Um, da- 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 has ever loving serial killers. You're going to see everybody's submission except for one person because it was a repeat of another serial killer. It is a very wonderful piece. It's our first experiment with madness. We have another collaboration going on live now. It is titled Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, but the concept is a celebrity looking into a magic mirror that reveals the true essence of the celebrity. Omer's already got his in and he did his ditty. If you want to show it again, Omer, feel free. And also Levi
Sure.
Steen drew Bill Gates, and they're quite disgusting. I also heard Addie has a fully
That's
nude
funny.
person. So, like, you guys are like trying to get us like accused of running porn. Flip City is not a porn magazine, even though we do send them in brown paper envelopes.
All right, hold on a second. I got to go back to the chats. Kerry out there said that Omar even used his
Yes.
birthday. He whored himself out. He whored
Yeah, I
himself
forgot to
out.
It
mention
is
that.
true.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that was the second day of campaigning. So the before it wasn't my birthday, and then like I was like, well, it's my birthday, but I don't like telling people. but I was like, ah, hell with it. I'll run with it. Let me throw it out there. So that
Give me
helped.
a birthday present. Vote for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
like it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah.
it's literally on his award certificate, so you guys all know. It does
Oh,
say he won because it was his birthday.
well, I'm gonna edit the award, and it's gonna start. It's gonna say because of his super artistic talent and his ability to cross pollinate social medias and really encourage and foster, a love and appreciation for the chat and his friends and his followers is why he really won the award.
No, please do. Edit it all
I'm
you
joking,
want
kidding.
because that I think, it was a last minute decision on my part to give you a certificate,
It's a
and
joke.
it is going to stay in rotation. Everybody will get an award certificate, and I guarantee you it will never say because of your artistic talent. It will say anything but that, because that is the Flip
Oh,
City way. So any I'm really hoping that your nemesis, the Dawn, does participate this time around. And you guys, just like a little bit of how the sausage is made and why
uh-huh.
I think both Madness Comic wanted to do this and Flip City. It really is about engaging community and like having fun online, because we're doing a lot of stuff kind of by ourselves in our little corners and then come together on social media basically via these streams. And sometimes it gets lonely. And back to what we were talking about earlier with the dopamine hits and all that kind of stuff, it really is to engage the community to just participate with us and vote, or come and draw with us and submit stuff to Flip City. Because we are America's last laugh and we need your help. Help us make America
Yeah.
laugh.
And you can also
Well,
help
it's
us
it's
by
really
subscribing and ringing that bell.
yeah, a lot of it is trying to get engagement, right? You're trying to get interaction with your audience, your participants, your followers, your subscribers. You want to see, because if they don't comment in the chat, if they don't comment on the videos after the chat, if they don't give you a thumbs up, like that's a lot of loss of engagement, right? You're trying to engage with them, and so by creating this contest, it gives more of an opportunity for people to connect with each other, engage with each other, and also cross pollinate on the platforms with YouTube, Instagram, all this stuff. And all of that kind of triggers the algorithm for everybody. If you could start engaging and actually like giving a thumbs up on other people's channels, not just your own, and going over and thumbs or commenting, all that stuff helps, man. So, and does it cost anybody anything to do any of that stuff? It's free. And it gets more eyes out there that may not have seen your show or your channel or your art, and they might be interested in it. And that's all that it's really trying to do, to push the algorithm.
All right, it
That's why I
And
helps
was
the
going on all those
algorithm.
shows. Yeah.
and that's the other thing too. I think everybody does their best to make it as entertaining as possible, you
Hmm.
know.
Sure.
And it's not all about, saying why Snow White's numbers or whatever are so low. I mean, that's fucking gay. Like, start engaging with people that are actually making really cool shit. I'm sorry if I finger wagged at any of my chat out there. I'm sorry. Hey, old dirty fatty.
Yeah.
How's it
What's
going?
up, ODF? I haven't seen him in a while. Chatted with him. Yeah,
Uh,
Levi. I have no clue. I have no clue on that.
no clue on what.
Oh, Levi's in the chat. He's omerizing his drawing, and I have no clue if Don's willing to participate or not. I think
Yeah,
he'd do it. I don't see why he
Should I
wouldn't.
Levi's
bug?
saying a
Should I bug
chicken.
Dawn? Like, I'm really good at bugging people. Like, that's my job.
Uh, I wouldn't bug him. I would just invite him,
Just
just
a reminder.
because
I
if
did invite him.
okay, because if you like really bug him, he won't do it. I think if you really bug him, he'll get so mad. He's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. But if
I'll
you
just
invite him
send
like
out a
once or
friendly.
twice, kind of thing,
I'll send out a
yeah,
friendly reminder to anybody that has expressed interest. That is the way to do it. I
yeah.
really try not to. Well, that's part of my own social media anxiety is. I don't want to bug people, so I'm not a major tagger, but I will do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
If I think
And
I'm doing
and
something
and you should tag, just don't spam. Like, and there's a fine line there, right? How do you tag without being too spammy, and how do you or too trolly? Because then it turns into trolling and nonsense, right? And just like, who is this guy? And then you start getting ignored or blocked, or like, stop tagging me in all your bullshit. Like, if I was a bigger channel and people constantly, or one person kept tagging me in all this stuff, I'd be like, "Guys, stop tagging me in all this bullshit. I don't care."
okay, point taken, and, yeah, I think
I'm not saying you do
it
that. You don't do that to me at
no,
all.
I don't
No,
do it at all
yeah,
because I just said, like, I have anxiety about doing that because
right.
I don't wanna bug anybody, but an occasional tag, point taken. I will tag more, actually, but
Yeah,
not to an
yeah,
annoying
yeah.
extent.
I think you could up it a little bit. It wouldn't harm at all. I think
No.
you're pretty balanced. You're not a nutbag.
And on that note, I will be tagging Omer tomorrow at least 15 times. Oh, it got really
Oh,
quiet.
I was going to just say,
well,
help us with our algorithms. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, click that red pill, throw us some gold pills if you're on pill.net or foxhole.app, and show us some love. And also, don't forget to leave a comment in the chat.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, this was just funny. Old dirty fatty says I just got here and I heard I saw the balls.
yeah.
Famous last words, you guys. So Omer, I know we've said it a few times through the stream, but it's been a while. What do you want people to do for you, sir?
Uh, like, share, follow, and subscribe my YouTube channel. That's it, pretty much. If you
And
like
what
art
is your
eventually and you want to support
I'm gonna
uh,
put it in the
buy
chat.
artwork from me, ask. It's at Omer Glitch. All of it's right there, right there.
at
At Omer
Omer
Glitch.
Glitch?
All my social, all across all social media. If it's out there in any of the, it's the top 10 biggest social medias. It's at Omer Glitch, all of it. So you can't miss it. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok. Uh, it's all at Omer Glitch, all of it, man.
Oh wait, do you have that beautiful sticky that you made handy?
Uh,
Your little sticker, you know?
oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna embiggen you. Yeah, okay, thank you. It looks so good. I'm sorry the lighting is bad, but looks good.
It's all right. Yeah, it's my bad. I should have a light in front of me, but
Oh,
I
it's
usually
okay.
don't use this camera too often, so I'm usually doing the drawing cam down here. So, and I never turn on the. I forgot to turn the light on because I never use it because I always got these spotlights going for the artwork. So
Well, I
yeah,
have to give you major props on being able to keep your same handle across platforms. I think that's really, really important. That some people, for whatever reason, aren't able to keep the same handle. Try to, when you're picking a username, try to think of something somewhat unique, but also not that long, right?
right. Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as like some weird new like Blue Sky, I don't care about Blue Sky. It does. I don't care. I don't care.
But you
But
could have
I
Omer
went on
glitch.
go to bluesky.com or Skynet or whatever the hell it is, SK, and I got at Omer Glitch. I went, I signed up, got it. I got it. Got him.
Good.
So even though I don't care about Blue Sky or whatever people care about,
What? You
if
don't care about hanging out with pedophiles? Allegedly.
no. So yeah, I don't even really know all the drama related to Blue Sky. Apparently that's some of it. I thought it's all the whiny weirdo TikTokers went over there because they were mad at X or whatever. Um, but yes, go to Blue Sky and at Overglitch. I don't have anything on there, but I have that domain, that username.
Oh, that's right. And eventually you're also going to have garciadesigns.com up. I'm kind of excited for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
website. I personally love websites and it may be the Gen X in me. I like going to websites
No,
and
me
seeing
me
what
too.
people. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Cuz I personally love my website. But on that note, Bruce, because I know connected with you, you do have a pretty banging website because of our wonderful producer, Cosmic Grandpa, who you're very connected with. Where can people find you guys?
The number 3, BEERMEN.TV, 3beermen.tv. We go live every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Big Apple time, 4 o'clock avocado time, until usually 9 o'clock Eastern. We do a 2-hour show where we talk about beer, pop culture, and technology. And then Thursday nights, you can find me right here hanging out, and possibly even more so, you can check out our dear friend Coffee Talk with Sandra. I just did her show last week, and I can't wait for Saturday's show. It's gonna be
Wait,
fun. We got all the OGs from Foxhole, Craig Mason, quite frankly,
are
um,
you going to be on Foxhole Squares?
I was last week.
Oh, you were last week. I'm sorry I missed it.
No, that's okay. I think you
Uh,
did it on purpose.
you think I do. I try to avoid you except for on Thursdays.
Exactly.
I did not know. You guys also, that was a very nice shout out for Coffee Talk with Sandra over on Pilled. She had me on Coffee Talk with Sandra, and we had a very, very nice conversation recently. And you guys, I am a big proponent and I like pushing forward entertainment, like straight entertainment. And that is Foxhole Squares over on Pilled. You will find that on the Coffee Talk with Sandra on pilled.net. Check it out on Saturdays. I believe it is 8 Eastern,
10 Eastern.
10 Eastern, 10 Eastern. That's why I miss it. I check way too early. Anyway, you muted, Bruce.
Now you know.
Now you know. 10 Eastern, Saturday, every Saturday over on pilled.net. Another reason, another smaller platform, pilled.net. Go check it out. It has the wildest, funnest chat features. Support the indies, you guys. Like, we hate the mainstream, right? Go support the indies at any point you possibly can. And that would include flipcitymag.com. We've got a live campaign right now on Fund My Comic. Go to fundmycomic. Another fundmycomic.com, another indie platform. Check them out, fundmycomic.com. Find Flip City Volume 24, funding through the end of March. You're not going to be disappointed. 13 bucks gets you volume 24. If we hit the 3,000 funding goal, then you also get a volume 3. I am losing my voice now. So, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with Creative Chaos. Omer, you were fantastic. And this is when we say bye. We'll see you
All
next
right.
week.
Bye. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Good to meet you.
See you next time. Have a wonderful night.
Okay, class. List everything insensitive, exclusionary, bigoted, nationalistic, misogynistic, and offensive that you can find in history's great myths and legends. Extra points for suffering panic attacks or emotional outbursts. Fact check every opinion against the lived experience of your comrades and allies, so you can avoid forming a criminal opinion. Scrutinize it cover to cover. Wrongthink, misgendering, dead naming, misinformation, microaggressions. Leave no page unturned.
bit. Did you want to
Oh,
ask me